or at least somebody from the parish staff. May not happen, but you want to try for that, okay? At least somebody that has great connections to the parish, because these communities and this core community are attached to the parish. They're not some floating group out there, okay? We're talking today about small Christian communities in our parishes, okay? So organized, faith-filled. Everybody doesn't have to be organized, but please have somebody on there who has that gift, okay? And then you need some people who are kind of like, listen, we need to go out for ice cream right now, so let's just stop what we're doing and do that, okay? And you need people like that. Hey, I also am good at calendaring and all that. But creative, enthusiastic people. Those who are really good, at pulling team members together. People who can plan, who have experience in that, and people that need to learn how to do that, because they're going to keep things balanced for us. And then they also have to provide materials. They have to find our facilitators. They have to be training them, resources, picking out what's going to happen. Always communicating with the parish pastoral council, communicating with the pastor, with the parish staff. Remember, this is not just one activity among many. This is really a way of structuring our parishes, being a community of many small communities. How do we relate to other ministries, other faith sharing that's happening? Think about what's happening in the RCIA process. Sometimes in parishes, people that are preparing to be baptized might be affiliated with an intentional small Christian community. It just so happened I was in a small Christian community where there was somebody who said, well, I'm joining this small Christian community because I'm not Catholic, but my in-laws want me to become Catholic. And so the 90-year-old couple in our group says, that's no reason to become Catholic. And she said, so this was like my first step. I joined a small Christian community. Sure enough, like 2 years later, she decides she wants to become Catholic. So our whole small community kind of sponsors her, but she picked one person individually to walk with her and attend different sessions and retreats and all that. But we all helped to bring her in. Same thing like when a baptism happened in our small community, when somebody had a baby. We kind of walked all with them. I happen to be one of the baptism catechists, so our whole small community is at the preparation session. Their whole family, this was like the 8th child, and from Africa, so the first one born in the United States. It was just a huge celebration, but our whole small community walked with them. So here's one sample. This is from St. Rose of Lima, Short Hills, New Jersey, Sister Donna's Parish. And this is a sample sign-up card that they have. You see on the left side, this is for Advent. They're going to be meeting 3 weeks in Advent. Now, they're not just signing up people, at the end of November for this. They're signing up now, maybe even before. And so outlined on there is when they're meeting, when the different groups are. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 possible small Christian communities. If you had 8 in each one of those small communities, 72 people faith sharing during Advent. Wouldn't that be life-changing in our parishes? We're celebrating Advent intentionally. And that's just some of what the parish is doing. Those are their intentional small Christian communities. All you have to do is circle and put a 1 and 2 by your first and second choice, fill out the information at the bottom, and then you'll be put into a small Christian community. I like the visual on that. Sometimes it'll say, yes, I want to be in the morning or afternoon or whatever. The times have already been picked. Sometimes she'll have who the facilitator is of those small communities listed also. So if that helps you make your choice when you want to get in. So it's not maybe just time, it's also who's leading that group. And then here's another one. This is for Lent, and this is for next Lent. She's already got it all together here. And so there's even more small Christian communities. Now the location yet is not on this one, but that's a work in process, And so, and then she may have facilitators matched up with those. You don't necessarily have to put who the facilitator is, but if you want to, that's great. And so but when it begins, when it ends, Boy, I have a visual of, yes, this is a time slot that could fit in 1, 2, 3, because you have more choices. So 3 choices. St. Thomas More Parish, this is Camden, I believe. Yes, in the Camden Diocese. I think this is really nice. This is something that they would give their facilitators. Welcome back from the summer. Here's what's happening this fall for facilitators. They're doing a commissioning service. They're having a covered dish. When are sign-ups for the fall season? And then they're also doing a facilitator breakfast in December for a time of prayer and faith sharing. So an Advent activity to support, for pastoral care for their facilitators. Really like that. Boy, come back from summer, you know your entire thing, this is what you're doing. And this is what the core team then provides for their facilitators. Kind of work they do. And then I'm not going to go through each one of these, but what I want to point out to you, here is the entire timeline that Sister Donna has for her parish. What is important is what's at the top. Date. What's the project? What's needed? When do we need to prepare it by? And who is going to do that? That's just great pastoral planning, core team planning materials. And so she's got the entire year. And so all those things are down. And so as you're going through the year, you're thinking, oh, we forgot to put this in here, so you put it in there. So next year you remember that. But it also helps, it's a good tool to help you evaluate because you see what you have done all year. And then just update it as needed. And so as you go from season to season or month to month, year round, you're going to see, wow, this is all fitting together. This is not something that, okay, let's do Advent right now. Hurry up. Take the time. Sister Nancy spoke a lot about take the time that's needed to make the process, build it up, build a firm foundation. And it just goes on until the end. So then you get that visual. You saw this before when Sister Donna was presenting. Here's all the opportunities we have to connect faith and life in our parish. This is great. How does this fit in? The core community knows about all of these, meeting all of these, giving them materials as they need. How are things going? How is faith and life connecting in your ministry, in your intentional small Christian community, in your seasonal group, in your organization? And this is the first Sunday of Lent. This is can be a bulletin insert, but it's everything to faith share on the first Sunday of Lent. And at the bottom it says you can still join one of these groups. Now I'm seeing that and I say, boy, if that was in my bulletin and we were meeting like on Sunday, let's say it's all parents whose kids are in religious ed on Sunday morning, they could all go over to Coffee and Donuts, sit at a table. This was in the bulletin, so we have it right with us. And we can just start faith sharing together. You could put little table tents on tables at Coffee and Donuts. What stuck out for me at Mass? Where did I see God in my life this week? What am I going to do differently this week because of what I experienced last week or at Mass? Simple questions to get people faith sharing at Coffee and Donuts or any kind of potluck in the parish. And then another sign-up form. Next.